Hey, it's Jana Kramer. Thank you so much for submitting your questions. I cannot wait to answer them. And a special shout out to my boy, Cody Allen. Thank you so much for having me. It's gonna be fun. I'm wearing my beanie today because I didn't shower. Just FYI. Linda from Winder? Is there any chance that you will record your song Sophie Dog on a future album? Okay, so Sophie Dog, for those of you that don't know, I have a puggle named Sophie, and she's the love of my life. I love her so much. And it was probably about 6 years ago. I was writing just a bunch of songs, and I was completely burnt out. And I was like, okay, I have nothing else to write about, but we needed just one more song just to say that we, did these many songs. And I was like, let's write a song about my dog. And it's funny that it's caught on, but no, I will never release it because it's not that great, but it is, kind of fun because it's about my dog. But no, I'm not going to release it. I'm sorry, because my band makes fun of me for it. Lauren from Fayetteville, how do you feel right before you go on stage? Are you ever nervous? The only time, well, right now, before I go on stage, I'm a little sick still because I got a baby in the belly. But I'm only nervous when it comes to industry shows, or if I know I have peers watching, because, a lot of times when you're playing shows and you're like, oh my gosh, Blake Shelton is side stage and he's watching, it's very nerve-wracking because you're like, I want to do great and I want them to think that I'm good. So that's the only time. I'm really sorry if I say your name wrong, but Ilaria from Naples, who's your favorite character of One Tree Hill besides your own? My favorite character besides my own is probably Julian. I love Austin Nichols. He was great. I worked with him before on Friday Night Lights, and he's an awesome guy. David from Pittsburgh, is there a specific release date for your new album? Yes, it is. My album comes out October 9th. I'm so excited, and it's called 31. I hope you get it, and I hope you love it. Nicole from Bourbon, what's your most memorable moment from any of your tours? I have two. So there's always a bucket list of shows that you want to play when you're an artist. One was Red Rocks, and I got to check that off because I played with Darius Rucker, opened for him. And it's just the environment, the energy, the acoustics in Red Rocks was just awesome. And then the second place was the Gorge in Washington. It was so cool. The scenery was just unbelievable. And I was opening for Florida Georgia Line, and it was cool to watch them side stage too. They put on a great show. Misty from Conway, if you could bring two female country artists on a tour and co-headline together, who would you choose? So let's see, co-headline. I would pick, I love Cam. I love what she's doing. I think she's got a really cool energy, and she's extremely talented. I don't know her that well, but I hope to get to know her better. And then I would take, I love my girl Lauren Elena. She's just a doll face, and her energy just keeps me awake and alive and young. Very youthful. Brian from East Brunswick, who were some of your favorite music legends growing up? So I love Patsy Cline. Still love her, listen to her with my grandparents. I love George Strait. I love Garth Brooks. I love Tim McGraw. I remember listening to Don't Take the Girl when I was on my way to spring break in Florida. And I was like, oh my God, so sad. Kirsten from Roxana, have any names been picked out for your baby girl? So this might sound a little crazy, but me and my husband, we actually picked out our names like the week I knew him. We're like, these are our kids' names, and they've stuck. So we have our name. We're not telling anybody yet, besides our close family and friends. We're going to wait to announce the name when she comes. But I will say, I'll give you a little hint, it has a little bit of my name in it. Cassie from Dayton, will there be a tour in celebration of the new album? So because the album comes out in October, things kind of shut down a little bit here in the music biz. And because I have a baby on the way. So we'll go out right after I pop her out, and we'll be promoting the album. Hopefully late February, we'll start back up. Larry from Cincinnati, what's your favorite song on the new album, 31? My favorite song is a song that we got super last minute. It's called Said No One Ever, and it is so much fun. The lyrics are genius. They're very clever and sassy, and I just love the phrase Said No One Ever, and the way that they wrote it is very cool and different, and I love the way that Scott Hendricks produced it. It's very fresh. Matt from Trenton, what's your go-to junk food you like to eat? So last night, actually, I indulged in so much that it made me sick, but I am obsessed with cheese dip, and I love Chewy's cheese dip. It's just so good, and then also the jalapeno dip too. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It was my best friend Catherine and I. She was also pregnant, and we were watching The Departed because she's not a chick flick girl, so I was like, let's watch The Departed. Shoot me up guns. Jamie from Belfast, what will happen with your music when you have your baby? It is only going to drive my music more. I'll have more songs to write about, but it's not going to just always be about the baby and my happy relationship. I like to draw from the past a lot because that's where the good stuff is. Nora from Norwalk, would you ever sit down and write a song with a fan? Yeah, if it's something that, if a fan wanted, maybe we could do like a cool little contest or something. If they want to be a songwriter, sit down. So I would definitely entertain that. Courtney from Zafir. It kind of sounds like an Aladdin name. From Zafar. Have you picked out a name for your daughter yet, or are you still deciding? Like I said before, we have the name. We're super excited. It's different because I love that my name is different. I was the only Jana growing up in my school. I've only met a few Janas, so it's nice that hopefully our daughter's name is going to not have a common name, so pumped about that. Anne from Jacksonville, what is your favorite emoji? I don't know if I can say what my favorite emoji is, so I'm going to go with my second favorite emoji, and that would be, my husband and I, we love to go like love it. So it's this and then the hand, love. Lexi from Davenport, was there a specific person who influenced and inspired you to pursue country music? So my mom actually wanted to be a country singer, and so, which I think why she kind of named my name a little bit country, because her name was Nora Jean, so she was always like, Jana Ray, and so she didn't obviously pursue country music, but that's how I started listening to it, and then with my grandparents too, who love country music. Up north Michigan, there's a lot of country up there. I actually get frustrated when people say, how are you country from Michigan? I'm like, there's more country up there than anywhere. Carson from Nashville, describe your perfect Saturday night. Pre-baby, it was a glass of wine, food, and a movie, staying at home. And now it's food and staying at home. With my babies, my puppies. Kim from Norfolk, is there one specific theme for the upcoming album where you drew most of your inspiration from? It wasn't one specific theme. I wanted to have a bunch. I wanted to draw from different experiences. So that's why I got The Boys about my high school sweetheart, Matthew. And then there's a few songs that are targeted, from a last relationship. And there's other ones about, my fans love to have a really good time. So after one of my shows, me and a few co-writers that were out on the road, we're like, let's just write a really fun, up-tempo song. That's when we wrote Pop That Bottle. So I kind of wanted to combine a bunch of songs together. Heartbreak, fun, touching, the whole package. Jesse from Dallas, what was the highest point in your career so far? I think for me my highest song has been Why I Wanna. We got to number 3, and that's awesome. But I think the highest point for me personally in my career is the fact that I Got the Boy is my highest selling single since Why I Wanna. And that makes me really happy to know that it's doing so well. Makes me feel good. Connie from Lexington, are you excited for motherhood? I have been wanting to be a mom for as long as I can remember. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see the woman that she becomes and what she wants to do with her life. If she's going to be a dancer, if she's going to play sports, or who she's going to take after. definitely me. Karen from Chicago, what's your favorite song you've ever wrote? My favorite song I've ever wrote was, oh my gosh, what's my favorite song I ever wrote? Favorite song I ever wrote. There's a song that I wrote with Cat Gravitt a really long time ago. Actually, it was my first song I wrote with her, and she's one of my dear friends. She was actually a bridesmaid in my wedding. We wrote a song, Hearts Just Weren't Made for That, and it's my favorite song I've ever written, because it was the first time that I let the layers down and got super vulnerable. But I'm not ready to release that song yet. It's just one of those that were so close that I'm not ready yet. But one day, I told my producer I'd let him have it. Charlie from Milwaukee, describe the worst date you've ever been on. Oh my gosh. So I was going out with this one guy. I can't say his name, but because you guys might know him, but he was texting another girl like during our date, and he was completely open about it. And I was just like, that's so tacky. So tacky. We just like, who was it? I'll tell you off camera. But I was just like, and he's actually dating her now, and I'm like super happy for them, but like don't date, don't text a girl when you're on a date. It's terrible. Hannah from Toronto, what song off the upcoming album are you most excited for your fans to hear? Said No One Ever, again, because it's just super fun, super up-tempo and catchy, and has a little pop. Cool. It's not even like that's pop. It's just awesome vibe. And then I love a good ballad, so I love Dance in the Rain. I love the last song, and Circles is probably the coolest track on the album for me. Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for submitting your questions. Thank you so much, Cody Allen. You guys are all awesome, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this and to submit your questions. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again. See you later.